Welcome back to Creating Your Future with Amanda Molyneux. So, you watched the last two videos and you took your complaints about your relationship and you created intentions out of them. And you may have noticed that some of the things showed up in your life and that felt exciting and good, like, oh my goodness, this works. And then there may have been some intentions that haven't shown up in your life. And you thought, well, what the heck? I set an intention. Why didn't it work? Well, it takes a little bit more than setting intentions and just reading them once a day. Fun fact, did you know that humans have at least 10,000 thoughts in a day? Well, we know that our thoughts create our reality, right? Remember from the last videos, our thoughts create emotions, which then results in our actions. So we have 10,000 thoughts a day that we create our emotions with that results in our actions. So the reason why some of your intentions showed up and some of them didn't was because we weren't monitoring the 10,000 thoughts a day, minute by minute, second by second. So we really need to be diligent to make sure that when we're focusing on an area of our life, so to have better relationships, that we really start to be diligently focused on the thoughts that we're having about our relationships in our lives, okay? So I'm just going to use an example out of my life because it's just a lot easier. It's on the top of my head right now. So let's say, for instance, I would like to see my boyfriend tonight because we are on the topic of relationships. And he says, well, you know what, it's the World Series or something tonight, something, well, watching a game. Okay, great, no problem. Now, at that moment, when I hear that news, what's my thought going to be, right? My first thought could be, oh, you'd rather spend time with your friends than me. Oh, whoa, that's a complaint, okay? So we want to stop that right at that moment and say, I intend for him to have a great time. I intend to have a relationship that is open and honest, and I'm happy he told me he wants to go hang out with his friends. I like hanging out with my friends, right? So to really stop and to focus on in that moment of catching ourselves from having a complaint. Okay, one of the ways that we can do that, which I recommend to my clients and I do myself, is to put an elastic band around my arm. Okay, I just use one of these soft ones for my hair so it doesn't actually hurt. And whenever I get a complaint in my relationship or in wherever area I'm looking at in, so my relationship, I simply, so let's say I'm going along and I'm thinking, oh, okay, you know what? My boyfriend's awesome. He's amazing. He's so sweet and kind. And then I think, oh, but he'd rather hang out with his friends than me. Oh, go ahead, hit that elastic, stop yourself from that train of thought and say, I intend for him to have a good time with his friends, right? So it's about stopping ourselves in the minute to minute, second to second thoughts that we have, because every single thought that we have creates every last one of them, right? And we've got 10,000 of them going through in our minds in a day. So when you've written out your intentions and you've got to read them at least once a day, if not 3 times a day, and then you still have to monitor your thoughts every minute of the day to make sure that they're still focused on your intentions and that you're avoiding the complaints, because what you think is exactly what you're going to get back and it's going to show up in your life. Okay, so let's use this example. So he tells me he's going to go watch the game tonight. That's great. Now, if I have the thought he'd rather hang out with his friends than me, that's going to create an emotion in me of being upset and hurt. And then my actions are going to reflect that emotion, and I'm not going to be so nice. Yeah, whatever. Have a nice day. Okay, so we stop that thought process. I have the thought, you know what? That's really great. He's hanging out with his friends. A healthy relationship, we have our own friends. We do our own thing. We do what we love. I want him to go out and do things that he enjoys doing because I think he's amazing, and I would want him to want me to go out and do things that I love. And then now all of a sudden I have that mindset and that thought that Yes, go out and have fun with your friends. I hope he has a great time, and I hope his team that he's cheering for wins. And I have no clue which one that is. And well, I'm not so much into sports, so it don't matter. However, I just want him to be happy. So now that thought changes into the emotion of, well, I feel good. I feel amazing that I want him to have a good time. And then my actions are going to reflect that. And I'm going to be like, well, have a great time. Let me know who wins. I hope the team you're cheering for wins, and you're awesome. And then I feel good, right? So we need to monitor our thoughts on a minute to minute, second by second basis. And a good way to stop yourself when you start getting into the train of thought of complaints is to simply just give yourself a little doing with your elastic and convert those complaints into intentions. Now go easy on yourself. The thing is, right, is it took years and years to form the habits of complaining about things. And it's going to take dedication and focus to change that habit. It's going to take repetition. Repetition is the key when it comes to installing any new habit in your subconscious mind. And you really have to be at it for about 7 days, and then it'll start to become incredibly easy. If it becomes incredibly easy before the 7 days to convert those thoughts, then great, you're on the right track. But expect at least 7 days to successfully form a habit in your mind. And you know what? I believe in you. I know you can do it. I've done it myself. I do it every single day. And, you know, it's just about getting to the point where you realize that your thoughts do create, and that, to just stop yourself and say, I intend to stop myself every time I have a complaint and immediately turn it into an intention that I want. And it's really that simple. It's so simple. All we need to do is monitor our thoughts and be aware that we create, whether it's a complaint or an intention, we're creating it. That's how we create. Our thoughts create our emotions, which then result in our actions. And what we focus on will expand. Okay. So have a great day. Try that. Monitor your thoughts for the day. Stop yourself whenever you're having those complaints and start converting them into intentions. I mean, you have nothing to lose but to feel good, and feeling good in itself should be a benefit enough. Anyways, I love you all. The link to my website is in the description below. I'm available for affordable one-on-one counseling and life coaching sessions. And please like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.